Okay, so the Captain America helmet completed, uh, but I'm having some problems. I'm running Cura 5.21 on this build right here, and I've been running that version for a little while now. I'm gonna say probably my last three helmets, and I've noticed under extrusion looking defects in the surface of the print. I've tried, E-step my extruder, which was actually over extruding a little bit, but I dialed that in. It didn't seem to make a difference. I don't know if you can see it here, but it's got these lines just going right through, like everywhere, and it's like that throughout the helmet, even though the helmet prints fine, and but it's just everywhere. It just makes sanding and getting it ready for paint a lot more work than it needs to be. So so right now well, the other thing is too is I made this helmet way too small. It doesn't even fit on my head. I downsized it. For some reason, I was thinking that it was going to be too big because it needed to fit around the ears and everything. It had to be smaller, and I thought I measured it out right, but I was wrong. So anyway, I'm glad I kind of messed up on that because it made me look into the Cura software a little more, and I decided to go back to 4.11. And right now I'm printing that, and I'm at 15% with Cura 4.11. And what I did do is I did a little test before I switched over to this to try a full helmet again. And this is gonna be a full wearable helmet. This one I'm pretty confident it should fit fine. But you can see on this one now, I mean, you can see how much better it is. I did a little smaller version of the helmet. It was like a 4-hour print, 4.5-hour print, just to see if I fixed the problem. And yeah, it's definitely fixed the problem. I mean, you can see some things here, but it's not like that. This was really bad, and it was like that on my Thanos helmet and a few other things and a couple other things I did. But this one here, you can see right there, that's just where I printed it off the bed like this. So I built up, that's how I'm doing this one over here. I'm doing it the same way. And basically the only support I'm using is this part right here. And I figured if this came out fine without any support in the eyes or anything like that, then that one over there that's printing right now should be fine. And I'll just have to sand this down just like I do with Iron Man. When you do an Iron Man helmet, it's usually like this, And but I was psyched to see that those defects are gone. Okay, we're at 76% now. And you can see how smooth everything's looking. I mean, that was definitely the problem at 5.21 version of Cura. That setting, I think, with the extrusion after every layer, I think it was definitely causing problems. But the 4.11 that I'm running right here is with all the settings I've always had. I've had no issues with this at all. Very clean. Okay, Captain America, the print is finished. Luckily, it came out in one piece because it looks like I had a power failure right at the very end, and I don't get it, but it was sitting right on the edge of the nose right here at the tip when I started back up and I got home from work. So, and it was fine. It just finished. So I lucked out, but it come out good. As you can see, the print's so much smoother now. So, I mean, this was that one I did with all the under extrusion looked like it was going on, that kind of thing. I mean, it's all over this helmet. This came out way too small anyway. I actually had to stretch this on the Z-axis this way by 14%, I think, just so it would fit. But the width I kept the same, and the height, and it fits pretty good. So this one should come out nice. I mean, I printed this one with Cura 4.11, and this one here was Cura 5.21. And like I said, I had that setting selected on that that retracts after every layer, which I don't know why that was like that. It wasn't like that on 4.11. Okay, so I've got about one prime in and some more Bondo putty over that primer. Just wanted to get some more of those lines, those print lines out if I could. So I think I got them. I mean, everything's looking pretty good at this point, I think. So I'm gonna go for one more prime, then maybe a little right here. I could feel a little roughness, so I'll just hit that before I prime it. But yeah, it's I think it's gonna be all right. And then I'll get one more prime, and I'll probably scuff that prime up a little bit and get ready for some paint. Okay, so looks like my last prime is done here. Everything's looking pretty good. I think it's gonna come out nice now. I did do a scuff on it. Very light with some 600 grit. But yeah, it's ready for paint. I'm just gonna hit the Army Surplus store down where by where I live. They got a pretty good one over here, big. So I'm gonna see if I can find something for the strap, the chin guard and the strap. Some, you know, that old Army canvas type of material on an old helmet or something. Hey, I might be able to find something. Might look pretty good. We'll see. But either way, it'll be what it is, you know. But I think with the paint, with the strap and everything, and I'm probably gonna print a stand for this, because it's just not gonna look right sitting like the way it is with the strap underneath it. So I'll probably make a stand that's a little higher, lifts it up a little bit, the strap hangs down, you know. I think it'll look better that way. So I think the next time you see this now, it's gonna be paint. All right, I finally did it. I completed the Captain America helmet. It took some doing, a few shots at printing this with some difficulties with the printer and all, but it came out pretty good. Not bad. I had to extend it this way, 14%. I kept the width and the height the same at 100%. I did go to the Army Surplus store, like I said, and get some straps, but I wind up just buying this stuff on Amazon. I liked it better. It was just more better designed for this helmet, including the clip right here I got on Amazon. This is nice. It's just like the original helmet almost. It just releases two clips. You can slide the helmet on, and you just clip it back together, and that's it. Nice and solid. So I wind up airbrushing all this. It's called blue silver here, and this blue here and here, and in the front of the helmet here, the blue, the dark blue, and all the dark blue here and here with the silver and the blue silver here. That's all airbrushed. This was the lighter blue was rattle can, and I wound up making a little stand for it because, you know, needed something to set this on. So I made a little stand and just painted that blue, as you can see. So it came out good. I mean, it fits good. It's not bad. You know, I don't know what else to say about it, except it was a fun build. It was definitely a tough build, but I think it came out good, and it gave me some inspiration for my next build that I've been working on. And I think I want to do the next build all airbrush, because I really enjoyed airbrushing this in these pots. And you know, when you got to tape everything off, and you got to go crazy with the tape and covering all the other paints that you just did when you do rattle can, because it just sprays everywhere. Adds a lot more work to it. And this here, just, I mean, you still have to tape off, but you can restrict the overspray with an airbrush easier than you can with rattle can, for sure. And so I think on my next one I'm gonna do some Candy 2.0 or 2.0, I should say. Some Candy 2.0 right here. It's Createx paint. So it's Candy 2.0. This one's here is called Blood Red, and I believe this. I'm going to use this for all the red on my Mach 85 bust that I'm doing right now. And to give you a little taste of that, I'm up to this point here. So I mean, this spot here is I still use the rattle can for the backing paint. I did some tests, and that's what this red was. It was that silver with the Candy 2.0 over that, and it came out really nice. And I like that. That's just one clear coat on that. And it's like, this looks in person, it just looks so deep. Looks really nice. Yeah, so this here, it's got the stand, and it's got, you know, it's got some things going on here. I'm gonna be the shoulders and everything, and I'm gonna be airbrushing all this, everything, all the detail. I'm gonna get all done in the airbrush, including the stand is gonna be all airbrushed. It's gonna be interesting to do. It's gonna take me a little while to do it, I think, but I think the end result's gonna be pretty wild. If you like the MK46 I just did, you're gonna like this, and that's getting some good hits right now on views. I mean, a lot of people seem to be viewing it and enjoying it on the MK46. But this Captain America helmet also, we'll slide this back in here too. This came out so nice. I'm really glad I did it. I mean, you know, I got the chin guard on Thingiverse, and I airbrushed that. You know, I got these little triangles on Amazon, and I did some sewing. So luckily I learned how to sew when I skipped school when I was younger, and it's a long story, but I didn't get the shop I wanted to get because they got filled up. So that's what you get for skipping school, right? But actually it paid off because I learned how to sew, and I actually had to take culinary arts too, so I learned how to cook a little bit, so it wasn't a total wash. And you know, actually come out pretty good. So I guess next time you see another video, you're gonna see this guy right here all done. And I think it's gonna come out really nice. I think you're gonna be impressed with it. I got the arc reactor with the eyes. Like I said, this Candy 2.0. Oh boy, that stuff's sweet. And I think I'm gonna be taking some videos too of the airbrushing process that I do. I'm not gonna get too crazy with it, like I do with all this stuff, but I think it's important to show some of the red I'm going to be doing, and maybe some of the base when I get to that and how I do it. Okay, so on that note, Falcon out.